First of all, I'd like to thank anyone who has taken time out of their day to tune into another recording of the BTTT podcast. The sole purpose of this podcast is to deliver any insight or help towards certain topics and situations. I hope that by the end of this podcast that me and my panel of guests have been able to give you a clear opinion and understanding of where we come from in terms of said topic. So without further ado, I welcome you to the BTTT podcast. Our panelists of guests today only have one guest, my dog Q.
Hey guys.
And today we're going to discuss how has media such as television, music, and movies influenced your life, what particular media outlets influenced you. What's one album that changed your perspective on your life? Being your age and at the point where you are in your life now, what do you wish you knew more about in life that you don't really know as much? And the last one is, what movie title best describes your life? So going to the first one, how has media such as television, music, and movies influenced your life? What particular media outlets influenced you? Me personally, just mostly television shows and music have influenced certain aspects of my life. Like fashion, like with the clothes I wear, from like wearing like throwback basketball shorts, just like rustic type clothes and looks, and just trying to identify my own sense of direction and style. And for like music, it's like food for the soul to me. Like I can relate mostly through R&B, hip hop, rap music, and like just the lyricism that's able to be told through those type of songs. I can understand what those artists mean from their point of view. And I fuck with a lot of artists from like J. Cole, Tupac, Kendrick, Ice Cube, like the list goes on. But just being able to like, my guest, my dog Q does photography, but just being able to see his photography and the pictures he take, I can feel like it's a sense of detail and urban type vibes, especially like influences from those artists I mentioned. Like just seeing his pictures, like being able to see a whole group of people come together, just fuck with each other just because of who they are and everything. And to me, that's rare, especially like within photos these days. Because mostly like when you go on like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or any form of social media, all you ever see I see just people doing
flexing, man. Everybody trying to flex off what they got, man. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah, and
It's
just
all the
doing
aesthetics, man. It's the aesthetics.
and just doing the same thing. It's the same type of thing. But his shit is just different. But what are some of your influences with like the media outlets? Did they have any did they affect you personally or?
So what I can say is movies control my dialogue. Like I get a lot of like the cool shit I say from movies because movies carry a lot of that. But rap is everything. You know what I'm saying? Rap controls the culture of life in every aspect. Black people, white people, brown people, don't matter. When you look at, you know what I'm saying, the way people dress, when you look at the way people carry themselves, the things they say, it usually comes from fucking rap music, you know what I mean? And I was definitely influenced by that. Like, I look down at the younger culture, like, that make music, young rappers and shit like that. I'm like, y'all could never put together a great piece of work because you weren't around for the Carter 3. Yeah. I mean, you didn't get to hear Lil Wayne put that out. You guys are looking at his new work like it's trash, but it's like you don't know what he
and I feel like most people so focused on like the now.
The
like,
now, you know what I mean?
They don't even, I feel like it's some people in this world that can go back and look at the type of artists and listen to what they had to say, and they can appreciate that era of music.
Cause shit is different, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and talk like I don't like the young rappers. Like I love me Uzi and Playboy Cardi. Yeah. I love these niggas, man. And Cardi is like one of the worst rappers ever, bro. But I love this nigga.
And especially like dudes, local dudes trying to rap. I mean,
I love my boys out here, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
283rd, AJ. Pope Baby, you know what I'm saying? The list goes on. Block Babies.
New Wave Era.
I'm sorry, the Block Boys, my bad, man. Lil Popeye and Heavy. Who else I hear rapping? Ethan Jeremiah. Yeah. My nigga Trojan.
Just like everybody trying to like, first of all, this city got, as far as Savannah goes, it's a lot of talent.
There's a lot of talent in every like outlet here, you know what I'm saying? Like Savannah is like the most slept on city in the country to me. Because we are full of talent. Sports, arts. Like we gave y'all niggas SCAD, bro. Yeah. We gave y'all SCAD. The fuck?
Well, aside from that, just like the music influences, I can feel you on that. And then like TV show and movie influences like Fresh Prince and.
I mean, Fresh Prince is like one of my all-time favorite shows, but the only thing that shit did for me was make me a player. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at Will, like you know what I'm saying, like that nigga would crack on every girl he saw. You know what I'm saying? Like that gave me that hope. Like you know what I'm saying? Like don't be afraid to talk to girls. Don't be at all.
Yeah.
If you get rejected, you get rejected. If she don't like you, your friend might. You know what I'm saying? So remember that shit.
Yeah, just like shows like that and stuff, I can relate to that too. But I mean, I can appreciate like some of the messages they had in that show, but most of it was just humor, and I just fuck with that culture at that point in time. Like, if I had to go back in time, like and relive an era, I would probably live in the '90s because the '90s seemed like it was just like
Fun.
everything mixed up into one, especially like how it is now.
Like the younger generation, they missed the going outside and playing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I used to like
that was life.
in the 2000s, like in 2000, I used to do that all the time. And nowadays,
early 2000s was my era, man. When we just rode bikes around town and shit. Like I remember Georgetown, man. Shouts out to my Georgetown niggas, man. Shouts out to my Georgetown niggas, my Windsor Forest niggas, my Largo niggas, Southside, bro. I love y'all boys.
well, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the next one. What's one album that changed your perspective on your life? For me personally, it gotta be. It's a lot of great albums out there, but if I
promise
had,
you gonna say some J. Cole.
if I had to choose one, it's 2014 Forest Hills Drive because look,
Do it.
from a rap perspective, I feel like
it was a good album.
when I first heard that album, like when I was back in like middle school middle school going into high school, I think. I could damn near like relate to every song, like from 03 Adolescence, January 28th, Love Yours. Love Yours is like a personal anthem to me, especially like when I'm going through some shit in life. Like especially now, like I've been going through some shit. All I've been doing is like listening to music, trying to make sure everything, trying to like get my life together and stuff. But when that album came out during the time when I was like finding out who I was as a person and what I meant to the world, because there was a point where I was like unsure about myself, what I had to offer, but just listening to that album made me have an outlook on my life.
Yeah.
From that day on, I can appreciate it to this day. And then from an R&B perspective, most niggas don't know the miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Boy, I got that shit in my phone too. That
The
and Erykah Badu.
the miseducation of Lauryn Hill is like something worth listening to.
The entire album.
Lauryn Hill.
That's why she's still a legend. That one album right there. That was it.
Lauryn Hill these days, Lauryn Hill does not get mentioned as much in today's music.
That's because she's a bad performer and she's been gone so long. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have the juice anymore. But at the same time, you look back at her fucking her work body, and
but albums like that. But albums like that and the songs on that album like still resonate within my soul and like probably other people's souls and stuff. Like Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, X Factor, Nothing Even Matters. Like those type of songs open up like a different aspect in my life and just make you feel a type of way where you can listen to it, you can appreciate that certain part of life. So.
There's a couple albums that changed my life, man. I remember, I guess I want to say middle school, I was listening to a lot of pop and rock. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really heavy into rap. Like my dad would be jamming shit, and I'd be fucking with it. Like that old Camouflage and T.I.'s first album, Serious. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that is what I grew up on. Yeah. And Jay-Z, I had to listen to a lot of that nigga. I'm not the biggest fan of Jay, but Reasonable Doubt's legendary. But I remember it was 8th grade year. No, hell no. 6th grade. 6th grade is when I really got introduced to rap. When Kanye West dropped College Dropout, my nigga. That album made me listen to rap music. And that album was pretty much all of my middle school years until Wayne dropped Carter 2. And that's what showed me the other side of rap. And I started like, you know what I'm saying, digging deeper. And I got stuck on a lot of different artists, man. Yeah. And it wasn't until 2010, for my birthday, Wiz Khalifa dropped Cushion Orange Juice. And this was like right when I started smoking heavy and shit. So it was just like the anthem to what was going on in my life. I was like, bruh, this album was certified gold. In fact, platinum. I love this shit. And it was a fucking mixtape, you know what I mean? Yeah. That shit changed my life.
That's another thing, like mixtapes. Like
mixtapes are dying now.
Most days you gotta go on Spinrilla for mixtapes. Like I fuck with J. Cole mixtape and like
Friday Night Lights, my favorite one.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights, Truly Yours, the warm up, all that stuff.
What was that series he had? Was it Truly Yours series?
It was Truly Yours 1 and 2 and then Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday, yeah, those are good.
But and then like Meek Mill stuff, like Dream Chasers.
Like shit. I fuck with Meek, man.
And
Shouts out to
everything.
Philly.
Well, that's the great thing about music. Like you don't just have to fuck with one artist. Like you can
There's somebody for everything.
like diverse artists everywhere. Like aside from J. Cole, I be listening to like you can even like I be jamming like every type of diverse music like SWV, Lauryn Hill, J. Cole, Kendrick, Ice Cube, NWA.
Kendrick. Alright, so
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa took my heart in 2010. Like that nigga, like he was God to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like I watched the fall of Wiz Khalifa, and that shit broke my heart. But I will say, but things changed. You know what I'm saying? The rap game changed from what he was doing, and now it's into like the party scene and shit like that.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Kendrick Lamar.
Mm.
Kendrick Lamar dropped Good Kid, Mad City, and a lot of people don't listen to albums start to finish. But I listened to that album start to finish, and I broke down in tears. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was so deep.
Yeah.
And he lost the Grammy that year to either Iggy Azalea or what's the white boy name? No, he lost to Macklemore. He lost the Grammy for best rap album to fucking Macklemore. Where the fuck is Macklemore at right now? Not even fucking rapping, I don't think. And if he is, we ain't even hearing about him. The very next year, YG dropped My Crazy Life.
Yeah.
And YG, he's not the best rapper, bro. He's not. But in my perspective, that album was the counter album to Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I'm saying? Cause like Kendrick's the good boy, you know what I'm saying? Like all his niggas is banging this shit, so he really associated with it, but he not banging, you know what I mean? He don't carry no flag, but like it's in his bloodline, you know what I mean? Like it's all around him. And then you go around the corner to Compton, you know what I'm saying? The YG hood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which Kendrick's from Compton too. But you go to YG hood, and this nigga's talking about breaking in houses and shit. Like, he's giving the hood nigga perspective, like the gang banging ass nigga that's really out here. He's giving that perspective.
Yeah.
And I looked at that album like a masterpiece, you know what I'm saying? Like he really thought about this shit, you know what I mean? Like he really put in the work in his album. And I felt like that shit deserved Rapper of the Year that year.
Yeah.
But he lost to Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, especially like these days, like I feel like it's top tier. It's like as far as like rappers go, it's top tiers of rap. But like people be comparing like Drake and Kendrick or Kendrick and J. Cole and all that. But you can't. Yeah, you can't compare.
Everybody does something different, man. Everybody brings something different to the table that you have to appreciate.
Yeah.
Like, you can't compare artists. Like I learned, I'm done arguing over Biggie and Pop. They were both great at what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie was the nigga who give you crazy bars, and then Pac will give you a fucking heartfelt story. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel Pac's music, and then you listen to Biggie for that fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we came to party and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different wave.
Well, aside from all that, go ahead and get into the third one. Being your age and at the point where you are in your life now, what do you wish you knew more about in life that you don't really know as much? Me personally, I have to say that I wish I knew more about certain aspects in adulthood, so that when I'm able to have a better understanding of taking care of myself and possibly like having my own family.
That shit comes with trial and error, bro.
Yeah,
that's all. I'm 26. That shit comes with trial and error. Like you just have to do things and either do good at it or fail.
Yeah.
But even if you fail, you learn a lesson out of that. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do next time. And that's pretty much adulthood, bro. Because nobody's gonna coach you through this shit. And if you do find somebody to coach you through it, you're a lucky motherfucker. But for the most part, everybody just out here figured it out. Like you don't have to put yourself on somebody else's timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get your shit together is when you get your shit together.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like don't rush it, be patient. Because when you finally get it, it's there. Like it's not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. And just like trying to be successful in life and everything.
don't rush it.
Cause like one of my fears in life is like being able to have a wife and kids, and I'm unreliable to take care of them.
Yeah,
like I seen too much like shit personally in life,
That's why I ain't got no kids.
and like in the media from across the world, like people struggling to not being able to provide for themselves.
People be homeless and shit
So
like that.
watching them like have to scrap for like shit off the streets, and, like
Yeah,
having
that's
to
just
ask for change and everything, like seeing that shit, like walking
Seeing
past
people
that
ask for
shit
change
rubbed me
with
the
kid
wrong
and
way.
shit, you like,
Yeah.
I can't even help you right now. That's the fucked up part.
And
I'm
it-
just as broke as you, my nigga.
Yeah, and it make you think about like your life more, like when you see people in that certain
That's
situation.
what I'm saying. Like you gotta appreciate what you got going on and just be patient. Stay down. I just got that shit tatted on my ankles, my nigga. Stay down.
But yeah, adulthood is just something I need to learn more about that I don't really know much about. Just being able to have that happiness in my life, share that happiness with others so they can experience the same thing. That's pretty much it on my part. But yeah, basically like adulthood is just the main thing. I'm like you said, still trying to learn trial and error. I've been through plenty of that shit. As far as I'm concerned, I'm about to be 21 in like 2 weeks. So
That's what I'm saying. You got hella lessons learned between all that shit. I mean, like, I ain't doing that shit, kids.
yeah, like life is like, I feel like at this point in life, it's hitting the hardest now, but it's just something I gotta learn, get past, understand, and manage as time goes on. So
That's facts.
So I'm just trying to do the best I can with that. And then last one, what movie title best describes your life? Shit, The Pursuit of Happiness. That Will Smith shit. I'm going through that shit right now. I'm at the point in my life I can appreciate that movie, especially like everything. I forgot his character name. I know that his last name was Gardner or something like that.
I don't know.
Chris Gardner, yeah, Chris Gardner.
Gardner.
That's who Will Smith played. And then like his character went through like trying to find financial solutions to provide for his son. But I fuck with that movie because he barely cared about himself. He only cared about his son. Like I fuck with that. And he cared about his son more than himself. And I feel like my life is like half of what that movie is. But that's like one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So.
Which movie title best describes my
Best
life?
describe your life, yeah.
Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Diggler?
Look it up. Dirk Diggler.
I might have to look it up because I've never heard of that movie. It's crazy because I be telling my friend, my homeboys, there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen that they've seen, and they look at me and they be like, the fuck is wrong with you?
You ever seen The Jerk?
The Jerk, no.
Bro, you gotta look at that. It was from the 70s. You gotta look at that. You gotta see Superfly. You gotta see motherfucking The Mac. You gotta see
I told them the movies I haven't seen Belly.
You ain't seen Belly?
No.
What? Cut the cameras, bro. Cut the cameras. You just lost a black card right there, my nigga.
The Wood.
You never seen The Wood, bro?
No. Growing up, I ain't watched movies like that.
You ever seen The Best Man?
Yeah, I seen Some of the Best Man, yeah.
Some of it? Oh, did you see the second one?
Not the second one, I haven't seen the second
Yeah,
one.
watch the whole first one and then watch the second one. I guarantee you'll cry. I guarantee it. I was in the movies with my ex-girl crying like a little bitch, bro. I was like, no.
Yeah, I gotta cut. I be trying to watch movies, but like, I had this app where you can watch movies like Fire Stick, but the shit crashed.
You know what it means when you don't watch enough movies?
What?
You ain't getting enough pussy. Because girls have you watching all kind of shit, bro. I got this Love and Hip Hop fucking with one. Following the characters and shit on Instagram and shit.
But aside from all that, I appreciate y'all watching and listening to what we had to say.
No doubt.
Y'all can follow my man on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram, Quinn, Quinn _city, CITY.
One of the best photographers in the city as we speak.
Shooter on payroll. You know what I'm saying? I got 1, I got 2, I got 3. Yeah.
And
Holla at me.
hope to hear from y'all next time.
No doubt, man. Y'all be easy. Put on shoes.